Hey, what's up? Welcome back to ReZero. This is season 3, episode 14, and we are jumping back in to the season. What this episode is going to be, I believe, it is going to be the Theresia Van Estrella, because I think that's the name of this episode. So that means, I think they teased it at the end of last episode as well. We're going to be watching. Is his name Wilhelm? Fight his wife, and that's gonna be crazy. I'm looking forward to that. Last week was like, I said this kind of in the last video, but it was like one of the battles I was least interested in, and it was animated so well and in such a cool way that I ended up really loving it. So yeah, I mean we've got some cool battles left. And I hope they, continue to give these battles some love, because we only have, I mean, this is 14. I think we only have 14, 15, and 16 left. So 3 episodes left, including this one. So not much left of the season. And there feels like there's still a decent amount to get done. So I'm looking forward to it. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out a lot. And you can go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction and early access for certain shows. So that's with Apothecary Diaries, for Fate Zero, for One Piece. Those shows you get the early access to them. It's definitely worth it. Go check that out. But otherwise, let's jump into this. This is ReZero Season 3, Episode 14. Oh, I see what we're doing. Back to that field of flowers. He was kind of a douche to you originally, though. You fell in love with him at first sight? Just because of his looks? Do you like flowers? Mm-hmm. I remember that. I remember that backstory, even though it was back in season 1. It left an impact on me. Oh, okay. Oh shit. I don't like how she has such dead eyes. It's very sad. Aww. Oh, damn. She looks older. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I'm a bit nervous. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh. Yep. That's her, alright. No. I mean, this guy's kind of a douche, so I don't fully care about what happens to him, but it's still sad. I don't want it to happen to Wilhelm. Oh my god. Yes! Is that Reinhard? Please. Oh, oh, chills. Yeah, defend your stupid father. Oh shit! He's drawing his sword? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I guess she's the master swordsman. She's worthy. Oh. He's got her. It's not her. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know how this works. But let's pretend it's not her. Oh. Oh my god, he's reacting very late. Oh. Oh. If it isn't really her, why would we be seeing her backstory? Like, she starts fucking people up with the sword. The next sword scene. Because she hated it, right? She hated using the sword. But she was just so good at it. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. It probably felt really bad. You stealing it away from him. Oh. That's a sad situation for many reasons. I hope he didn't resent her for it, because look how bad she feels. Okay, that's good. Okay, no, he took it well. I'm glad. I'm so glad he was supportive of her and not resentful. And did he die? Oh, I don't know. The blood came up and I got scared. They got scared. Jeez. Oh, he did die. Fuck. Oh my god. Why are they telling me this backstory? It's too sad, and I don't think there's gonna be any satisfying resolution to it. Because she's dead already. Oh, the flower. That's burning away. Flowers that, like, she loves flowers, and she sees that part of her life just burning away in front of her. Which is why Wilhelm was good for her, right? Because he tried to force her to give up the sword. It does make this backstory better. Oh. But you're telling me the story what? To make me sad? I'm gonna have a baby with you before I tell you I love you. Wow, that's a cool design. Yep, the white whale. Say it. Oh. Did she just stab him? What happened? Just touching a wound? Oh. I think she probably could. Well, but she didn't. She died. I think she could compete with younger swordsmen, if that's what he was saying. Just not the fucking whale. You won't get it next time. Can't believe you don't tell this woman you love her. Look at her. Oh. Jesus, man. This seems like a bad place to fight the whale. Oh. Oh, shit! Yeah, what's her name? Pandora? Is this Pandora? Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay, well, there's a good reason to show that backstory, honestly. Like, even just to see that that happened. I think her name was Pandora, right? Oh, she is kind of in there. Of course. I mean, it's a bit fucking late, dude, but do it.
バカな人ついてなかったのあなたは絶対泣いていたわあなたの目があなたの態度があなたの行いがずっとあなたは私を愛してる最後に一つだけ聞けなくて心残りなことがあったの。
Yes?
なんて知ったらあなたはどのくらい
Oh,
驚い
yes.
てくれましたか
Oh. I imagine there's after credit stuff? Yeah, a ton. I was thinking like that was only 18 minutes.
これで満足か満足とは
Oh no.
とぼけるなよってわけだ満足か満足だろおい
Stop being a douche to
おっしゃ
him.
られているのかがよくわかりません
He just saved your life.
してるんじゃねえぞクソガキがお前がおふくろをテレシア・バン・アストレアをぶった切ったってのは牽制だなんて認めないようにしてやる
This fucking douche.
王国の剣笑わせるな
This is not a time to laugh.
今の敵は秘術によって動かされていただけのそうに睨んであれがおふくろで母上でないもうやめろハインケル
Thank you. Discipline your child.
あんたそれでいいのかよこいつはやめろやめろハインケル
Oh, he's collecting the ashes.
祖母をテレシアを切ったことを後悔しているか
No.
いいえ
Yeah, I didn't think he
僕は正しい
would.
ことをしたそうだな
Mm-hmm.
その通りだだからお前と話すことはもう何もないこの戦
It's a
い
complicated family
あなたの
dynamic.
力が必
Yeah, go save every other storyline as well, please. Because they're all in trouble.
心配は不要だなんだくそなんだよ
I mean, I do feel bad for Heinkel. He's in a horrible situation. But he's also a dick. Like, you can be both things. Damn, man. Yeah, I mean, good episode. It's a really good backstory for Theresia. It was, I think I believe it's Pandora was what her name was. Yes, it's Pandora. Good. I just had to just look at a picture of her to make sure. Yeah, Pandora was a very cool character that we saw in season 2, right? In the trials? Was it in the trials that we saw Pandora? And just, that's an incredibly cool and scary character. Now seeing that she was part of this the Theresia backstory, that makes that whole thing more worth it to me, because I was watching it and I do think there's value in having a backstory that is sad, but sometimes it's I want to see, if you're going to show me a sad backstory, I'm waiting for it to see what are you showing me the sad backstory for? What is it, just to try to make me sadder about the loss of this character? Because if that's the only reason, I tend to not like it as much, because I feel like you could have done that way before, if that's the case. We already had some Theresia backstory. I think back when we met Theresia, no, not met Theresia originally, but when we met Wilhelm originally, and then we saw Theresia's backstory back then, if they just showed this full backstory back then, I think that would have been a better placement for it, because then like when this happens, it's kind of like something that you've known about the whole time, you know, rather than we see her get sliced through and die and then we show the backstory. It's kind of like what Demon Slayer does, which I don't like as much, which is like you'll often kill the demon and then show the backstory of the demon, and I'm like, well, I don't care about them now. They're dead, you know what I mean? So but like all that being said, if you take that tiny aspect out of it, and that's like a nitpick, that's like not actually a major problem I have with it, that's like a personal thing that I prefer when backstories do it a different way. But if you take that part away from it, this is a great backstory, and I loved Theresia. I love the like the whole problem of like she gets this gift essentially and then immediately beats her brother, and her brother has been practicing every single day and it's like his whole life's work, and then she like defeats him with ease and she just like breaks down crying because of it, is like really, sorry, there's something in the way of my camera, is really sad to me. Like that is really well done and really, really sad because she doesn't want to, like it's not her fault. She's not trying to take anything from him. She actually wants so badly for it not to be the case. And so like when in the original backstory we got for her back in season 1, and by the way, I'm proud of myself that I remember this much about season 1. It's been a long time since I've seen season 1. It's crazy I still remember this. But in the original backstory we got for her, she would say like she didn't like the sword or whatever, but now we can see like really why she didn't like it, other than just being, you know, she would get afraid and she would not like killing people. Other than that, it also represents her stealing something that was important to her brother, you know, taking that away from him. And luckily he's such a great brother that he still stood behind her and tried to protect her and supported her. But then he died for it, you know, and then she had to pick up the sword because he died because she didn't take up the sword. So she knows that she, from that point on, needs to, which is really, really sad. It's really sad, but really good, really well written. I like that a lot. I also really like, you know, the whole I never said, you know, you've never said I love you thing to me. That whole thing, it, you know, like it was pretty obvious you were going to be leading up to him saying I love you to her, you know, after the backstory. And so that's also kind of why they were showing the backstory, to be fair. Like they were building it up for the I love you scene. So I guess that gives it more justification as well. I'm okay with it already because it had the Pandora stuff in it, but I think the I love you stuff, reiterating that, does help. But I can't remember, in season 1, did he say I love you to like to her grave or something? Like I kind of had a recollection that they resolved that already, but maybe they didn't. But I think maybe they did. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, they were leading up to that scene. But what I liked most about that scene is, like, I knew that part was coming, but I really liked her saying, like, you idiot, you've been saying it all along. With your eyes and your voice and, like, you know, all of these things that you've been doing for me, you've been saying I love you the whole time. And the reason I like that, other than it, like, it taking away from the, like, the sort of what we expect, like, it adds, it's a new dynamic we didn't as much expect. But, also what it does is, one, it actually takes weight off of the moment of them saying I love you, which I think is kind of needed. I think taking weight off of that is great because, like, whether or not this is actually Theresia is still up in the air. Like, and it's something I don't think would ever be answered. It doesn't really matter whether it's her or not. And so if you were to say, like, oh, he said I love you, but he never actually said it to her, you know, like, you could do all of that. But if you take the weight off that moment, then it doesn't feel as bad if it's not actually her. And the other thing is, her saying, "You've been saying it all along," means she's always felt, like she's always known that he does actually feel that way. And even though she wanted him to say it, she never needed him to say it. And that's really important because it means, like, the regret that he would have carried all of that time for never saying it to her, like, she's kind of saying you can do away with that because, like, it's such a small thing, you know, like, yes, I would have loved for you to do it, but I also would have loved for you to have, like, you know, taken me to this ski range I wanted to go to, you know, like, the I love you thing is something that she, yeah, wanted, but it wasn't so important to her because she knows that it was true anyway, and he still showed his love for her in all of these ways that she really appreciated regardless. So I think it ended up working out nicely. But yeah, anyway, good episode. It was a very good episode. It is funny that I was like, oh, last episode had so much animation. I hope they keep up the really good animation. In this episode, they didn't need to. Like, I mean, there was a pretty good sword choreography at the start, but like, it wasn't like insane animation anywhere, but you didn't need to because the whole battle was done with one swing from Reinhard's sword. And that's all it needs to be because, like, Reinhard is like that powerful. So I really liked that. I liked that the battle wasn't much because it just shows how incredible Reinhard is. Anyway, that's Theresia, Season 3, Episode 14. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.